Hi guys, welcome to video 4 for fan page ad secrets. My name's Imran Naseem, and what I want to do is, in this video, I want to talk about targeting your ad. Okay, and as you can see, I've actually changed the body text of this ad to like this page if you are a book lover. Okay, now I've also included an image as I explained in the previous video. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically show you how I basically target my ads. Okay, now you can target your ads in a number of ways. Okay, you can target people based on countries. Okay, so obviously if you want cheap clicks from the UK, USA or Canada, this is what I do. So let's just type in Canada. Okay, now there's 15 million people in Canada, as you can see, and if I click on females only, this will probably go down to 7 million. Let's just go for the age group of 18 to 30, 4 million. And as you can see at the bottom here, this part clicks, and you got impressions here. Okay, now if I was to create an ad for Canadians, okay, I can actually do by state. So I can put down something like Toronto. Okay, and as you can see, there's 726,000 people in Toronto, and you can see these impressions, the suggested bids have gone down drastically. Okay, so what you want to do, and let's just type in something like Alberta, just all of these states in Canada. See, this is the whole beauty of targeting your ads. You can target people based on states, and what you can actually also do is you can target people based on likes. So let's just type in reading books. Okay, there's 100 people who fall under this category, and as you can see here, again you can see just how drastically cheap this is. Okay, so I'm just gonna probably type in more books, and I'm just gonna type in children's books, novels, Stephen King. Okay, and I've got 13,000 people, and again you can see the impressions have slightly increased. Okay, but that's just an example of how you can target based on states. But what I actually also do sometimes is let's just target. Let's type in. Okay, let's type in United Kingdom. Okay, because there's a lot of interest for people who like to read books from the UK, and as you can see, there's 103,000 people who fall under this category. So I'm just going to take this category off. Okay, there's 85,000 people who live in the UK who are aged between 18 and 30, who are female, who like reading books, novels, and Stephen King fans. And as you can see here at the bottom, we got clicks, which is a CPC, and we got the impressions. And what you want to do is, as you can see here, this is the suggested bid feature from Facebook. Okay, and basically what I'm going to do is, I'm going to talk about this more in the next video, but what I want to do is first get your targeting right. So what you need to do firstly is you need to decide on the country that you're going to target. Obviously countries such as Pakistan, India, Indonesia, all of these countries, Mexico, are going to be cheap. So let's give you an example. Okay, let's just look at Mexico. Okay, 20,000 people in Mexico, and let's just take these off. Let's see how many females fall under the 18 to 40 category in Mexico. Okay, there's 9 million people, and just look at these for impressions. Okay, this is incredible. Okay, now the reason I actually love targeting foreign countries as well is because all you got to do is go to PayPal, and you can just look at the countries that accept PayPal. Okay, and you can see here Mexico is listed here. Okay, so this is pretty cool. And then you got all these other countries which you can sort of read more about. But again, that's not the point. The real focus is basically creating an ad which is getting a lot of interest. So again, we can see that we're getting cheap clicks from Mexico. Okay, with the CPC is pretty cheap as well. This is probably going to be costing you only about 0.02. Okay, I mean there's 9 million people in Mexico, and all you got to do is create. I mean, you can even create a page for a Mexican celebrity. I mean, the soccer player Hernandez. I think he's Mexican, and you can actually create a page for a celebrity and get lots of fans. In fact, let me go to Likester and let me just see what people in Mexico are like. What people in Mexico like. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pause this video and I'm going to let this load. Okay, as you can see, I'm on Likester now, and I've sort of got the Mexican interests. Okay, Mexican interests. So Mexicans like pizza, they like ice cream, they like football. This is probably in a different language. And all of these, they like traveling. Stuart Griffin. Okay, I don't know who this is. Family Guy. It's pretty cool. And singing, Mexicans also like Hernandez. This is the soccer player. Well, this is he plays for Barcelona. Mexican also like. Let's just see. So you can actually put something in front of the millions of Mexicans out there. This is incredible stuff, guys. And remember, let's just look at something else. What else do Mexicans like? Okay, let's look at entertainment. Let's look at what books do Mexicans like to read. Okay, what type of books are popular in Mexico? And again, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to pause the page very quickly. Okay, here we are. We got the Da Vinci Code. Okay, pretty cool. 62,000 Mexicans. We got Lord of the Rings, which is popular. The Secret. Well, this is a really popular book. If you're an internet marketer, if you've not heard about Secret, then you've been living in a cave. This is a really popular book. Romeo and Juliet. Okay, let's see. Chronicles of Narnia. And let's just see what else. Harry Potter. Twilight. No surprises there. So a lot of Mexicans like stuff like books like that. Harry Potter again. So what you can actually do here is instead of a fan page like this style of reading books, you might want to include. You can basically create a fan page for, Twilight books, or basically create something, a fan page based around a product or a series like the Twilight, and you can simply promote Amazon products. Okay, because Mexicans do have money to spend just like the Americans do. Okay, so don't forget that. And they do have PayPal. I think they do anyway. So again, you can just there's a massive market in Mexico which is waiting to be tapped, and again, you're just getting pennies. And this is incredible stuff, which is really powerful stuff. So anyway, going back to targeting. So you want to get the cheap clicks from countries like Mexico, USA, Canada. But when you're creating a campaign, always enter one country at a time. So for example, if I'm going to be doing the United Kingdom, and let's just see, there's 10 million people in the UK who are women 18 to 40. If I want to get this really narrow, I can target all of the 18-year-olds in the UK. And there's 3 million women in the UK on Facebook who are 18 and who love reading. Well, I'm not put any interests down yet. And here, as you can see, impressions are the suggested bid is 0.27. Now, when it comes to the estimated reach, do not target in millions. If you are going to create a campaign for the UK, USA, Canada or Australia. However, if you want to create a campaign for countries like Mexico where you're guaranteed cheap clicks, as you can see from the suggested bid here, you're guaranteed cheap clicks, then go ahead and target the millions. But if you're going to create a campaign for the UK, I would basically do this. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to create a campaign for this page, and I'm going to target women only, aged 17 to, let's just go for 30. Okay, and then you can also do a require exact age match here. Okay, and if I take this off, you get 8 million. So if you want to do if you want to narrow this down further, you would just target the 18 to 30 year olds, and there's 7 million people. So what we want to do, we want to get that down, so we can put something like cinema, watching movies, books, or reading books. Reading books, 61,000 as you can see, estimated reach. And again, these impressions are pretty much the same because this is the UK market we're talking about. Okay, and what you can actually do is, let's just take this off, still the same. Now the reason is some markets are going to be very competitive, so I mean, I'm just going to type in the United States for now. Okay, and this, as you can see, is slightly expensive than the UK. But going back to the UK, and it's going back to this feature here. Again, we've got 4,000. If you want to, I think you should keep your estimated reach between 50,000 to 80,000. Okay, some are not, something that will not exhaust your budget. So again, I've got watching movies, reading books. Let's just put down Stephen King. Okay, that's out of 50,000. That's pretty much what we're looking for. And we got Dean Koontz. Okay, 58,000. Reading magazines, 59,000. Now, at this stage, what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically create a campaign, name it books, and then just set a budget. Again, the higher budget will get you a lot of clicks, £50 per day. And again, I'm just going to go for impressions. Now, when it comes to suggested bid here, it says 0.24. Okay, so I just put down 0.27. Now, this is very important, guys. Just because Facebook is giving you a suggested bid of 0.24, it does not mean you're going to be spending 0.24 per impression. You could be even spending 0.05, 0.06. Again, it depends on your market, how many people you're reaching out to. Okay, so you can go ahead and place the order and click on the ad, and basically once it goes live, you can check your bid and how much each impression is costing you, and then you can decrease your bid to something like 0.06, 0.07, and that's what I've been doing for a long time, really, in order for me to get these cheap clicks. Okay, so that's the targeting bit. Now, also, many people, what they do is, when it comes to targeting, what they do is they just type in everything, like books, online books, reading books online. Okay, and then they click on these categories. Okay, authors, and then this goes to like hundreds and thousands and millions. Now that's actually wrong. Yeah, that's not the best way to go about doing this, because you're gonna exhaust your budget. You're gonna be spending a lot of money. what you need to do is, in order to get these cheap clicks, is you need to do, firstly, focus on your estimated reach. You need to get it down below 1 million. Okay, if it's a foreign country and it's going to be guaranteed cheap clicks, go ahead, you can target the millions, but it needs to be below, ideally below 100,000. Okay, because again, you don't wanna exhaust your budget. Now, also you can target by cities, as previously stated. This will get you, again, it could possibly get you cheap clicks. Okay, it's going back down here. Okay, this isn't exactly what you should be using, but again, this is just an estimation. So again, you got things like London, and again, you can keep your eye on this. And as you can see, this has gone down. It's 0.21 now, so I can put something like 0.24. So this ad, which is going to target people who live in the UK, who live within 80 kilometers of Manchester or London. Okay, and you can target by region as well, so you can target the whole of okay, let me just target by city, so you can target the whole of Newcastle. Okay, and let's see how many people will see my ad. Okay, let's take that off. Okay, let's just take this off as well. And there's 137,000 people on Facebook who are from Newcastle, between the ages of 18 to 30, who are female. And again, this is they're pretty cheap. So this is what you should be doing: target people based in where they live. Use likes to see where the regional interest is coming from. Okay. And then what you can actually do is, when it comes to focusing on the demographics, this is important. You want to target people who are old enough to have a credit card. So if they're over 18, then that's brilliant. Always target one gender at a time. So if you want to target men only, then you'll have a fan page which is aimed at men. If you want to target women, and you can just have a fan page based out targeted at women. And this feature, likes and interest, is very important. Okay, so you can basically type in stuff like okay, because this fan page is about books, you can type in something like reading novels, magazines, okay, reading books, cooking, women love cooking. Okay, and then you can just probably use the suggested features to get your estimated reach up. Okay, so this is what you should be doing when it comes to targeting your ad. Okay, so remember, the number of people you target has to be less than 1 million. And I know I've actually said this in the past, that you can target the millions, but for the UK, USA, Canadian markets, keep this pretty low. Keep it low, and also use the city feature, because not many people are using this. And believe me, you will get a lot of cheap clicks if you do this. If there's a certain celeb popular in a certain city, then just target that city. Okay. And what I'm going to do now is, in the next video, I'm basically going to talk about budgeting and pricing. Okay, because I'm going to really stress on the budgeting side of things. So next video, I'm going to talk about budgeting and what your budget should be for your ads. Okay, thanks for watching this video. My name's Imran Naseem, and I'll see you in video 5. Thank you.